Alright, hello there everybody and welcome back to a new video on the channel. I hope you're having an amazing day. So today I'm going to be doing my take on the 2022 Ohio gubernatorial election, the primary challenge, kind of a discussion about it and my prediction. We have Jim Renacci, or Renacci. He was my congressman at one point. I don't remember him obviously because it was kind of a while ago, but he was, I just don't know his name. How to say Renacci? It's either Renacci or Renacci, but either or. And then we also have Mike Dewine, the current Ohio governor. They're both Republicans. I just have Mike Dewine in blue because I will be filling in a county map, and putting the red colors could be a little confusing. The darker and lighter red that the AppMS gives you the option to use. So they're both Republicans. It's just Mike Dewine is blue, so the map is easier to read. So my personal take, I do think Jim Renacci will successfully primary Mike Dewine. I think it'll be I'm not sure how close it will be actually. Right now, I'd say probably a Renacci plus 10 to 12, roughly, give or take. It could be closer, but right now I would have Jim Renacci defeating Mike Dewine by about 10 to 12 points. I think it will be maybe a little closer than most people think. I've seen some people saying that Mike Dewine's going to lose by like 20. I kind of doubt that, just because Dewine really wasn't that awful of a governor in terms of lockdowns, and even the lockdowns he did do, a lot of suburbanites did, like white college-educated Republicans, the more moderate Republicans. A lot of them didn't mind that. So right now, I'd say Renacci is on course to win by about 10 to 12 points. But I do think that depending on how Mike Dewine handles COVID and how Renacci runs his campaign, it could be much closer. With that, we're going to start filling in the county map. The way I'm kind of doing it is I looked at how Mike Dewine performed in the 2018 primary and general election, as well as kind of comparing the two. Obviously, Renacci is running as a Trump Republican, so that will certainly help him in certain parts of the state, but it will hurt him in others. While Dewine, I'm assuming he will run kind of as a... He definitely won't be a never Trumper. I don't think he really ever was. He wasn't as big of a Trump supporter as most other Republicans, but he was never a never Trumper. So anyway, we're gonna fill in the counties for Jim Renacci. I'm not Michigan. No, sorry, Michigan. I'm not going to do margins at this time. I'm certainly gonna make another video on this where I'm going to update my prediction, but I'm not gonna do margins for this just because I don't really have enough information. There hasn't really been enough polling, and I haven't done I've done an analysis, but it's not been super in depth. So we're gonna kind of just go with the margins. As you can see, I'm filling in Appalachia. This is going to go heavy for Jim Renacci. This whole part by the Ohio River. You might notice I colored in Athens County. It's a county that normally goes blue along here. It is a blue county, but because of it's a Republican primary, I do expect it to go red because there are a lot of Republicans there, and they are like any other county. It's just there's also a college. A lot of these pretty much all the rural areas are going to go heavy red for Renacci. I did not mean Dayton, Hamilton, Montgomery County, I believe, where Dayton is. That's an interesting county. I'm going to put it in Renacci's column, but I could see Dewine winning it depending on suburban turnout and how Dewine handles the rest of COVID. Meanwhile, Hamilton County is where Cincinnati is. I do think Jim Renacci will win in Cincinnati. It's a very traditional Republican county. It's usually been very Republican, especially compared to the rest of the state, but it is trending left. And although it is trending left, I do think Renacci will win in Hamilton County, probably by a closer margin. But I do think that Republicans in that area are still rather conservative. They're still more Trump supporting. So I do think Renacci will win in Hamilton County. These two counties, Delaware County and Franklin County, or Columbus, and most of its suburbs are. I do think Dewine will win in both these counties, just because Dewine's more of an establishment candidate, and with the suburban things, with suburban trends, and just suburbanites, more moderates, not really minding, not really actually kind of liking Mike DeWine. I think he'll win these counties because they're more suburban and a little more moderate leaning, especially Delaware County. Franklin County, I think DeWine will win just because he's established. It's where Delaware County is where the capital of Columbus is. It's like the swamp of Ohio. Let's be honest, DeWine's going to win there. And then same with Delaware County. The difference between Delaware County and Hamilton County is that Hamilton County is more of a traditional. I mean, they're both more or less traditionally Republican, but this is more of a Trump supporting, while this is more of a Franklin County. Delaware County is more of a more moderate establishment, they're suburban county, while Hamilton is more of a traditional Republican, kind of even a Republican populist county. I believe Rick Santorum did very well in this part of the state. But anyway, I think DeWine will actually have a lot of success near Cleveland. I think he'll win Cuyahoga County and some of these more suburban counties. They're kind of like suburbs of Cleveland. These counties here will be very close. I think this is Ashtabula. This is Ashtabula County. Or is it Lake County? I don't know. One of the Ashtabula, Lake County, whatever. But these two counties here, they will go to Mike DeWine, I do believe, just because they are more suburban. White. They're not really white working class like parts of Youngstown and Trumbull counties are. I think Renassi will win Lorain and Medina County, however, kind of in the Cleveland area, because Medina County has always been a safe red county. If you look back to some of the older Ohio maps, all of northeast Ohio is blue, while Medina County is red, because it's mostly farmers, and a lot of them are pretty conservative. They're pretty based. And Lorain County used to be a safe D county. It used to be it's a manufacturing county. Does a lot of stuff with manufacturing, or it used to. A lot of that stuff is shut down now. I've been driven through there a few times, so I've seen the damage, and have narrowly went for Trump. So I think it's definitely a populous county. So if Renassi runs a good campaign, he should have no issues winning in Lorain County. These counties here, kind of by the Sandusky, Cedar Point, Lake Erie Shores, and Isles area, I think will go to Renassi, but DeWine could win them. They're much more moderate, suburban. They're kind of boomer-filled, kind of boomer-con-filled. They are kind of populist, however, because Obama won them, and then Trump won them. So I think that's the only reason I think Renassi would win them. But I do think DeWine could make a play for these counties. Suburbs of Toledo, I think will go to DeWine. This was one of the few counties DeWine won in his, I believe, in his 2018 primary, or he won this county in 2018. So I do think it will go to Mike DeWine. Well, I think Renassi will win more of the inner city Toledo, because a lot of that is also Toledo is also relatively populous, and there's actually a decent amount of Hispanic population there. So I do think if Renassi runs a good campaign, he should be able to win in the more Toledo area. Looking at Summit County, that's going to be a very interesting county. I do think in the end Renassi will win it, because although Akron may be more suburban, a lot of the county besides Akron is actually very rural, white working class, and even parts of Akron are white working class. So I think Renassi will narrowly win there. But all these other counties through here, I do think will go to Renassi, because they're very populist, white working class, and a lot of them are blue dog Democrats who became Republicans. They're mad at DeWine for the lockdowns, and yeah. So with that, I do think this is going to be this is a good map on the for the primary. Like I said, I expect Renassi to win by about 10 to 12 points, and hey, he will win all the counties in red, while DeWine will win all the counties in blue. I will certainly be making updates to this as the polls change, because right now we really only have 2 polls, both of which have Renassi up big. So that's why I have this as the map. If DeWine does, if Renassi fails at campaigning like he did in 2018, and DeWine is, actually kind of, he was never really a never Trumper. So I do think DeWine certainly has a shot to win to win the nomination. I think Renassi is not certain to primary him, like I've heard some people say. But I do think that Renassi has a good shot as of now. He's leading in the polls, which is always a good sign for a conservative, true Republican, because usually the polls way underestimate us. We usually overperform in the polls. So the fact Renassi is up big in the polls is a good sign, in my opinion, for the election. So with that, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.